generation. I remember way back, you ain't have no swag. You did a little research, now you got a moon bag. Now you got a new walk, now you got new swag. You did a little research, now you got a moon bag. Well, let me show you what the moon bag's like. You take them gains when it gets that high. I mean, the market may dip for a little bit, that's when I hurry up and buy. Me, I just wanna rub them thighs. I like my oatmeal chunky, banana nuts all in it. Shit, you're talking about the blockchain monkeys. It's a solo nation.
Ambrosia Collective has a pre-workout that is mushroom enhanced. How did I find it? Well, first of all, I take a plant-based protein. And where do I get it? Ambrosia Collective. Link is in the description. And what do I mix with that? Sea moss. Has over 92 minerals that the body needs. Okay? Now, got my immune system in check. But now, when it comes to crypto, we're talking about cold storage. Get your crypto off the exchange and into a cold storage wallet to where only you have access. Okay? DCENT wallet link in the description. Now, what is going on, blockchain monkeys? Eagle here, and I want to thank you for coming to my jungle. Well, first of all, I'm no financial advisor whatsoever, nor am I professional in blockchain technology. But there's one thing that I absolutely will do, and that's give you my opinion. So today, we're just going to be swinging all around the jungle today, okay? There's just so much going on, and you have got to keep your head on a swivel. But before we can even do that, I'm going to need you to rub those hands together. We're going vigorously and slide down Twitter. So ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start out with Hedera. They got so much coming down the pipeline, and I think we need to put the spotlight on them, okay? Now, I did see over there with Stater, they got, what, 9% staking? And you know it's blockchain monkeys. We love staking and baking. Huge shout out to Adam of Vibra Finance because he did put me onto that staking mechanism, okay? WEF 23 begins tomorrow. I believe this is a few days old, but stop by our cocktail. Welcome reception tonight from 6 to 9. Davos 2023. And I did see somewhere that they got like 5,000 troops. Huh? What do we have here? We got up to 5K soldiers to be deployed to secure upcoming WEF meeting in Davos. They must be talking about something really important. And so now, coming up on Stasis, ladies and gentlemen, we might actually have a real stablecoin. Check this out. Why yours is the best Euro stablecoin to buy in 2023. They got here, the crypto Titanic is sinking while a stablecoin yacht is floating well. We've witnessed the downfall of crypto titans. In such conditions, users can't escape a rising feeling of paranoia every time going on a crypto journey. Unshakable fortresses began to crumble and eventually fell into oblivion, dragging their leaders into the abyss. And so now, what is yours? A supreme digital asset. Stasis is a European financial technology firm that develops customer-friendly instruments to enable institutional and retail customers to manage digital currencies and public blockchains for payments and settlements, e-commerce, and DeFi. And now I thought this was interesting. Yours is a blue ribbon asset among stablecoins originated in the heart of EU fintech production, Malta. Over time, Stasis has become one of the largest non-USD stablecoin issuers, with yours products reaching a whopping $6 billion of transferred value to date. Okay? You see this here, ladies and gentlemen. Native issuance, total supported 5 of 7 and counting. Peak supply 124 million. And ladies and gentlemen, right here, Swift Network and Instant SEPA. Proprietary backend white label solution. A lot of these things are going on outside of the United States, ladies and gentlemen, that we're not paying attention to. But you are here with the blockchain monkey, so you're going to get it. All right, let's go. And so you have here, yours is audited by the top 5 global audit firm and has accumulated the community's trust and accountability. Yours has developed an in-house white label API for crypto to fiat settlement in Europe, okay? With API instructive live on Ethereum, Algorand, Ripple, XDC, and Polygon, with several other blockchains in development. Are you listening? And so you have here, yours is a DeFi-centric stablecoin, which successfully competes with the biggest Euro-dominated staking pools. Let's get it. And so here's the kicker. Yours is the only Euro stablecoin with no conflict of interest or additional risk related to taxation. The difference lies in the European and US tax systems. By choosing yours, the user gains exposure to pure digital euro unchained from the US regulatory risks, as neither Stasis company has any USD exposure nor accounts denominated in this currency. And real quick before I switch the topic, due to the simplicity of onboarding, reliability of jurisdiction, and quality of counterparties, Stasis has chosen Swiss-based SCB AG to delegate the Euro's markets facilitation. No bank has yet refused to send and receive funds against this FINMA licensed institution. So why wouldn't they use them, okay? SCB is a trustworthy Swiss exchange registered and bound by the laws of Switzerland, where crypto regulation is one of the most advanced in the world. And coming in hot on the XDC protocol, we have XSwap. CerDeck added a new feature called Price Analysis for XSP token. Note that our AMM DEX audited by CerDeck. Let's get it. Huge shout out to Bell also for bringing us that heat. And staying on the ZenFin network, XDC protocol, we have here Globiance. Now, you know Globiance is just one huge gorilla in the jungle, taking everything in its path. We have here exploring blockchains, sustainable technology with ZenFin. And there's one particular paragraph that I want to bring to your attention. It says, why is blockchain considered green? Blockchain technology could be used to create a decentralized green energy sharing platform where users can trade renewable energy in a transparent and fair way, incentivizing conservation. By incorporating blockchain technology, companies can more easily participate in the green economy by selling their excess power on the peer-to-peer exchange. So why wouldn't you attach yourself to a blockchain protocol that allows this? And that's why I give a huge shout out to Globiance for choosing it. I mean, this is probably nothing. Coming in hot from XRP IBX, not a fan of Tether, but geez, they moved some money. Now you got here 7.7 trillion with MasterCard, Visa 14.1, and then you have here Tether. Is there a whole lot of washing going on here? I don't know, it's just a question. But can we get over here to Zach Rector? Is Twitter preparing to launch a new coin? Let's see.
Stripe backs nonprofit decentralized payment network Stellar from Mt. Gox's original creator. Oh, and sorry, guys, this is a response to Twitter preparing to launch new coins feature using Stripe. So Twitter is going to use Stripe to launch a new feature called coins. But DAI is showing us back in the day, because us in the XRP community, we do our research, 2014, Stripe.
You know we do our research. Let's go.
Backs nonprofit decentralized payment network Stellar from Mt. Gox's original creator. Jed McCaleb, right, creating Stellar, and Stripe getting in early. Now, how is that deal structured? Stripe is getting 2% of Stellar's in existence in exchange for $3 million. Now, talk about an investment contract, right? Where's Jed McCaleb in this SEC lawsuit?
Hey, Jed, where you at?
Where is the lawsuit against Stellar? They burn half the supply out of nowhere. They do a deal like this. Stripe is getting 2% of Stellar's in existence in exchange for $3 million to get the party going. And so all we want is a level playing field.
And over here we got Nellie Lang, under the Secretary of Treasury, spitting about the future of payments.
So to look to the future of money and payments, I'd like to just start with where we are today. The current U.S. system of money and payments has substantial strengths. The system has supported over a century of U.S. economic and financial leadership, is capable of processing an enormous volume of transactions, and is consistent with privacy and other democratic values. But clearly there is room for improvement. Some parts of the payment system are expensive and carry high fees. Other parts are slow, and we need a more inclusive system. The percentage of people in the United States that are unbanked is higher than in all other G7 countries. Recent innovations in digital assets and other technologies could have significant implications for money and payments. And the innovations that we discussed mostly in the report include a central bank digital currency, a CBDC, retail instant payment systems, and stablecoins. So a CBDC is a digital form of a country's sovereign currency. A US CBDC could serve as legal tender, be convertible 1-for-1 for paper currency, Federal Reserve cash notes, or reserve balances, the deposits at the Fed. It would clear and settle with finality and nearly instantly. Instant payment systems like the upcoming FedNow could also support faster and more efficient payments. As currently envisioned, it would use bank deposit money and settle in central bank reserve balances, which would preserve the core features of major existing money and payment systems.
The FTX case, when did the SEC get involved? They filed a lawsuit against FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried on behalf of 30 venture capitalists. So who are they protecting? They're protecting those VCs who risk money all the time as a part of their business model. They didn't file a case on behalf of the retail customer of FTX. And so they have completely abandoned the individual investor. They've abandoned accredited investors. You go back to when he was the chairman of the CFTC, MF Global happened under his watch. And what was his excuse? His excuse, Ray, was that he couldn't figure out how to access his work email home. So I just want people to think about this. This is Gary Gensler who said that. Yeah, Gary Gensler testified in Congress, right, that this happening, he couldn't access his email. Ray, he's considered a child prodigy, and he was he was the youngest partner in the history of Goldman Sachs. The guy is a smart guy. Everybody says his problem is that he's always the smartest guy in the room, right? But this child prodigy, the youngest partner in the history of Goldman Sachs, couldn't figure out his work email. And that's why, so you know that his integrity and his credibility are questionable at best.
My biggest business loser for 2022 is Visa and MasterCard and traditional payment rails and the entire ecosystem around it. So I think that this is the year you can put on what probably will be the most profitable spread trade of my lifetime, which is to be short these companies. And that anybody that basically lives off of this 2 or 3% tax and be long, well thought out Web3 crypto projects that are rebuilding payments infrastructure in a completely decentralized way.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave you with this. This is coming in hot from Grit Capital. Thought this was amazing. Take a listen. Holla at your boy.
If you're in crypto, you need to listen to this because Silvergate Bank is down 40% today. This is the biggest crypto bank in the United States. Here are some of their customers. They literally work with 1,600 of the world's largest crypto miners, exchanges, and custodians that use them to deposit and transfer billions of dollars each month. But for most of Silvergate's 30-year history, they were just this tiny community bank with like 3 branches in Southern California doing tiny real estate deals. And they had like $1 billion in assets. But then in 2019, that all changed. They decided to get into crypto, and by 2020 they had $2 billion in assets, and then in 2021 it surged to $10 billion, and then last year in 2022 it went to $16 billion. And like every company that's hot, they decided to do an IPO. So they IPO'd at $12 in 2019. Stock went on this insane run to $200, and now it's back down to $12. Okay, so triggered by the FTX collapse, there's now been a bank run on Silvergate. Over $8.1 billion has been pulled out of the bank as there's been a complete loss in confidence. So now there's only $3.8 billion left in this bank, and it just came out that $150 million of that is held by customers that have declared bankruptcy. Many of its customers were over-leveraged firms that were gambling that the price of crypto wouldn't fall. Now, to quickly raise cash and fix their balance sheet, they're having to sell securities. So they sold $5.2 billion worth of securities, and they actually netted a loss over $700 million. They're also firing 40% of their workforce.
Cause it's the standard in this bitch. XRP. I went to YouTube University, and now they mocking me with no degree. We saying by the Swift, keep it walking. Respect your elders in these bushes. Bitcoin is talking.
You don't have to be rich to be taking advantage of this. This was the beginning of the greatest transformation of wealth the world has ever fucking seen since World War II.
Blockchain. We talking about an intellectual choo-choo train. It's DLT up in these streets, man. That's why we rip all on that blockchain.